Happy Valentine's Day. Okay, first of all, look at what my boyfriend made. This is all origami flowers. It's very sickening. For Valentine's Day, I wanted to explain misogyny. But explain it in a sickening kind of way. So everybody knows what misogyny is, but for those who don't, let's read Google. Dislike of, contempt for, or ingrained prejudice against women. Alright, misogyny is when women bad. But the thing is, why women bad? Why are people misogynistic? Why women bad? And it's kind of okay, the other day I was reading philosophy on Wikipedia, and one part of the structure is it says that language and society is built up of there's a thumbs up. Okay, great. Society is built up of binary opposites, where one thing is above the other. Example, you cannot understand light without dark. You cannot understand good without evil. You cannot understand men without women. Which, okay, this sounds racist, but the Chinese knew about this. Back in the day, the Taoist divas, they were making stuff, they were doing things. In ancient Taoist philosophy, they knew that society and existence itself is built up of binary opposites. But under Western culture, we assume that under binary opposites, one thing must be better than the other. Good is better than evil. Light is better than dark. Men are better than women. Don't take that out of context. I don't believe men are better than women. I'm saying that society believes that men are better than women. So that's kind of where misogyny starts, right? We as a society believe, we as people, we the people, we are opposites. What am I saying? We understand reality as a set of opposites, right? We understand all of existence as binaries. Then in Western culture, we take the next step of saying that one aspect of the binary is better than the other aspect of the binary. I'm not saying any of this is good. I'm saying this is how society is. So we go, okay, there are men and women. We understand the binary. And then we have to choose one is better than the other. And we choose men. In Western patriarchal society, okay, we choose that men are better than women. But this kind of stuff shows up in our art. Ancient Greek mythology, the primordial female is Gaia, Mother Earth. The primordial male archetype is Ouroboros. What's his name? Uranus. Yeah. He's the personification of the sky. We have male sky deities. And what do these male sky deities do? They plow the earth. They conquer the earth. So there's this loose attachment of women and the earth, and then men and the sky. And we believe that the sky is there to conquer the earth. We believe that all the gods and bitches, they live in the sky. We think that heaven is in the sky and we live on the earth. But how do we bring that into actuality? Well, we believe that men have to conquer women. We understand that society is a binary. One has to be better than other. And then we create archetypes. We create stories. We create art to justify our biases. So we believe that Uranus has to conquer Gaia. And that's how men talk about life. We fracture things into binaries and assume that one has to be for men and one has to be for women. Women have to be emotional because men are logical. And the logical brain has to conquer the feminine emotional body. So we tell these stories of these powerful men who are individuals who have to conquer this primordial soup of the collective emotional feminine body. I grew up in Georgia. I grew up in the South. And people would say shit like, well, we can't have a woman as a president because women are too emotional. What if a woman has her period? Which is is it misogynistic? Yes, 1,000%. Do I identify with my natural born gender? Yes, 1,000%.
Do I identify with my natural born gender? 1,000%.
But think about it. This is associating periods with women with being emotional with the body, which is in opposition to the man who is logical, who is in his brain, who is outside of the body. It's masculine. So there are these stories that we repeat in culture over and over of the sky male logical deity who has to conquer the feminine land. And even when we talk about land, honey the land.
Honey, the land.
Even when we talk about the land is always feminine. Like the motherland, when people talk about their country. We talk about like the natural biological world as feminine. And the natural biological world is always attacking us, you know? The elements are always trying to attack us, and we have to constantly fight against all of these elements because culture is the man where nature is the woman. Anyway, there is this cosmic battle we tell ourselves in culture that is justifying male supremacy over women. In culture, we believe that men have to conquer women, and we have created this story, this spirit, this essence in our art for thousands and thousands of years. That's why, like, the ancient heroes are men who fight these feminine monsters. We view culture as a man, as the hero, as the individual. We view the monster as the collective, the dark, the unknown. And I do believe that life can be understood through binary terms, right? But I do not think that one sect of the binary is inherently better than the other sect of the binary. I do not think that men are inherently better than women. Do I think that women are inherently better than men? No, but I do think that lesbians are better than gay men. That's my video. You can listen to my music if you want. Okay.